College Hill, Celebrity Edition Recap, Saucy Santana just might get kicked out. The best description of Episode 3 of College Hill, Celebrity Edition Season 3 is, the calm before the storm. This episode was a bit of a different vibe from the previous episodes that mainly featured Carlos Miller, making the entire class uncomfortable and Saucy Santana being childish over a toy doll. Even amongst the moments of drama, there were several productive, hilarious and heartfelt moments that made this a feel-good watch as we move towards what appears to be a contentious fourth episode next week. The complex task of educating Carlos Miller. The episode centers on Carlos Miller's behavior and apparent anger seen in his classes and at home. His conduct in classes remains antagonistic, showing a notable lack of human decency, especially when addressing sensitive topics. This ongoing pattern of disrespect and bullying, particularly towards Nick Young and Xavier University faculty such as Dr. Frazier, casts doubt on his place in the house. This causes Claudia, who just teamed up with him to play a prank on Saucy Santana in the last episode, to pull him to the side and talk to him about his behavior. Carlos just won't accept the fact that you should show a basic level of decorum, even if you disagree with someone, and he's very hung up on his differing thoughts on the topic of homelessness. Carlos appeared to have a breakthrough moment when the cast visited the Covenant House, New Orleans for their political science class to learn more about homelessness. The Covenant House New Orleans is a non-profit organization that provides shelter and support services to homeless youth and victims of human trafficking under the age of 22. This visit offered the cast a new perspective on homelessness, different from what they previously believed. Carlos meets a young man who, despite his hard work, finds himself homeless after his car was hit by an 18-wheeler. When he lost his source of transportation, it affected his ability to work, and he started lose everything. This encounter seemingly opened Carlos's eyes to the complexity of homelessness, showing it's not just about addiction or laziness, but often about people who are disenfranchised and lack resources. He spent a lot of time with the young man and offered him words of encouragement, and they exchanged contact information. Classroom debate didn't change Carlos's understanding of the topic, but seeing it through the perspective of a fellow black man helped him grasp its seriousness. While it's uncertain if this will make him more receptive to the assignment, it's definitely a positive first step. There's a reason why the show is called College Hill. The cast members had a meeting with Dr. Florestina Payton Stewart, Zula academic advisor and associate provost, and expressed their surprise and frustration at the coursework and academic expectations. Again, there's a clear disconnect between what they thought the show would entail and the rigorous nature of an interdisciplinary studies program. This raises questions about whether the celebrities were fully briefed or if they underestimated the commitment required. As mentioned in the last recap, this isn't a new series anymore. College Hill, Celebrity Edition premiered in 2022 and is now on its third season at its third HBCU. Even the current cast weren't regular viewers of the series. Why didn't they stream the previous 2 seasons once they knew they would be part of the latest season? It seems they expected to see more campus activities and nightlife, rather than focusing on their studies. During the Texas Southern edition of College Hill, Celebrity Edition, COVID-19 restrictions limited interactions, which led the celebrities to focus intensely on their studies until the season's end. Season 2 at Alabama State featured greater engagement with students and campus activities. While this season aims to replicate that experience, it's clear that some cast members are prioritizing social activities over academic responsibilities. The duality of college life is the ability to have fun and enjoy the experience, but also handle your business because you're there to get a degree and level up. That is not the same reason that the cast came on this show and enrolled in this fast-tracked interdisciplinary studies program, and I understand that. But the cast does realize that they're adult learners, right? The experience for them was never going to be like an 18-22-year-old college student fully, especially in a program that is supposed to be rather fast-paced. I expect this year's cast will eventually grasp this, but we're already midway through the season. They need to accelerate their understanding, or they might become the first season of College Hill, Celebrity Edition, where the entire cast fails. The cast remains contentious with one another. Though this episode was more relaxed, tensions still simmered among some cast members. Unlike previous seasons, this group is struggling to connect and find common ground. Contentious moments arose, such as Jocelyn Hernandez's treatment of Parker McKenna Posey and other housemates, but she eventually calmed down and made amends with the cast, at least until her altercation with Amber Rose. This season, however, feels more consistently contentious, with unresolved issues and little sign of resolution in sight. Angela still seems to not vibe with Carlos, and it seems like most of the house agreed, leading to Claudia's conversation with him. Plus, Saucy is rubbing the whole house the wrong way as he evades responsibility and accountability for his actions. But it seems like he might have to be held accountable after all. Saucy's decision to blow off a study session to attend a party has finally caught up with him, and it looks like he's about to face some consequences similar to those Ray J experienced in Season 1. In the preview for Episode 4, we see the professors that are working with the cast meeting with Dr. Peyton Stewart to discuss how Saucy has been totally disengaged in the college experience. The preview hints at Saucy possibly being suspended or severely threatened with being expelled from the program, and the cast tries to help him get on track. But the preview also hinted at escalating friction between Saucy Santana and Carlos Miller. While we hope this doesn't lead to another heated altercation, it's clear that Carlos's abrasive behavior and Saucy's nonchalant attitude toward their studies are creating a volatile environment. Looking ahead. Despite the drama, the anticipation for what's next keeps us hooked, with the group still trying to figure each other out and adapt to the collegiate life of an adult learner. The dynamics are ripe for both further conflict and potential growth. How will they manage to coexist and complete their academic tasks?